Well, we wish you a very good Thursday evening, everybody. A night of high school volleyball coming your way tonight. It is the semifinal round of the Region 2B volleyball tournament. We're back in Oneida, which is where we were on Tuesday night as well. The Sully Lady Chargers are the 2 seed in the region tournament. Tonight, after they defeated Highmore Herald, the 7 seed on Tuesday night, they take on the number 3 seed, Herreid Selby area. 2 teams that have played each other a couple of times already this season, and they played each other on this night a few times over the years, whether it be for a region championship or now that they do the so-called round of 16, or what we're now calling the SODAX 16. The Wolverines and the Lady Chargers get together once again. It is the postseason. Obviously, the winner moves on. The loser will have their season come to an end. There will be a lot on the line tonight as Herreid Selby comes in with a record of 22-9. Sully Buttes is 19-8. We're glad to have you with us. I'm Brian Oakland with Jeff Duncan back in studio. Our coverage of the Region 2B volleyball tournament is brought to you on KGFX tonight by Oahe Grain, by Barber Chemical and Barber Farm Service, and by the Corner Convenience Store, Sunrise Bank Dakota, Fearless Grain Marketing, and Stewart & Daughters in Oneida, with announcements throughout going to be heard from the South Dakota High School Activities Association. Our coverage of high school sports brought to you within the broadcast as well by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, the Boyd Conzemius Agency, Teton River Traders Gun Shop, South Dakota's Attorney General's Office, Lynn's Dakota Mart, CHS, Midwest Cooperatives, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto in Pierre. The one place to go, reminding you to stay up to date with the scores of tonight's game at the end of each of our sets. And whether there's 3 or 4 or 5 of them, we'll give you that Wagner Auto scoreboard from Wagner's in Pierre. Again, good to have you with us. We've got the live stream up and running through our YouTube channel. Subscribe to YouTube. Go to youtube.com. Subscribe to KGFX 1060. You may have to search for that, but subscribe to it, and you'll be able to see this game as well as hear it, whether on your mobile device or on your computer at home, maybe on your iPad, or maybe on your television set. If you've got YouTube TV, you can see this game on the big screen tonight. Sully Buttes and Herreid Selby area. We'll take an opening 60-second break, and we will be back for our pregame show, within which we'll talk about keys to success. We've got starting lineups. We'll take a look at what else is going on in South Dakota, especially in Class B's volleyball ranks, as well as the postseason continues. Tonight here on 1060 KGFX, 107.1 FM, and drgnews.com.
Good luck, Chargers, from Oahe Grain Corporation in Oneida, your local independently owned and operated grain elevator. At home or in the field, find all the market information you need online at oahegraincorp.com. You can even get bid information by text. Oahe Grain, bringing the world's markets to local farmers with updates every day. For all your grain marketing needs, call Tim or Allen at Oahe Grain in Oneida today, 1-800-658-3654.
At Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemicals in Oneida, they know farmers don't all have the same game plan. That's why they give farmers options, from what brand of seed they want to use to what features they want on their grain trailer. Barber Chemicals also provides custom spraying for ag chemicals and fertilizers, finding the best solution for your fields. Team up with the best. Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemicals in Oneida, a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes Sports. Call 258-2708 or come see them under the big water tower south of Oneida.
Back in Oneida, thanks for joining us once again. I'm Brian Oakland as, again, the volleyball postseason, the Region 2 tournament continues. Number 2 against number 3 in Region 2B. As we take a look at the bracket, the other match going on in this region has the top seed, Faulkton area, and they're hosting number 4, Ipswich. As of earlier in the week, what has happened so far in this tournament, on Monday night, the number 8 defeated the number 9. That was Leola Frederick over Eureka Bautel in a 4-set match. Also, Highmore Herald in straight sets defeated Sunshine Bible Academy. 4 matches then on Tuesday night, all of them finished in straight sets. Number 1, Faulkton over number 8, Leola Frederick. It was number 4, Ipswich defeating Potter County 25-20, 25-18, and 25-22. Sully Buttes defeated Highmore Herald 25-12, 25-19, and 25-20. And Herreid Selby up in Herreid was able to get by Edmond Central in straight sets 25-15, 25-15, and 25-18. So that's how we get here tonight. And again, what's on the line this evening with the losers season coming to an end, the winners move on into the Sodak 16, the newly named version of the round of 16, or what everybody used to love to call the Sweet 16. We can't do that anymore, but it is now called the Sodak 16. So we're looking forward to that. Those games will be played on Tuesday night, as we say, the winner moving on into that one. But how is each team going to get there? We talk about keys to success in this one. Keys to success in our pregame are brought to you by the Boyd Conzemius Agency and American Family Insurance in Pierre. Quick reminder, though, that while you're on your way to or from the games, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety asks and pleads and urges you to plan for a designated driver each trip and every time, as they do not want you to get into that kiss of death. Avoid the kiss with death. Plan a designated driver from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Keys to success in this one. Two teams, like we say, they know each other. They're both in the same Yellowstone Trail Conference. In fact, the first day of the season, these two teams played each other in the championship of the Yellowstone Trail Conference tournament. That was all the way back in late August. Herreid Selby was a winner in 2 sets, and it was the Wolverines who won that tournament that day. Herreid Selby has come in off of a 5th place finish in the State B volleyball tournament from a year ago. So they had a lot of promise, although they have had a few stumbles along the way. That was a 2-set victory. They didn't play again until just a couple of weeks ago, October 16th, which was, 2 weeks ago this past Tuesday night. In the second to final match of the season for both teams, Herreid Selby again was able to win that one in straight sets. It looked like the Wolverines might have been the team that would be hosting this match at the time, because they were able to get up into that 2 spot in the Region 2B standings, but a slip up for Herreid Selby against Ipswich in their final match of the season. Sully Butte's got a 5-set win over Hitchcock-Tulare, and it was the Chargers who were able to maintain that higher seeding, and that's why they are hosting this match here tonight. However, Herreid Selby, you still might say they're the favorite. They're 5 for 5 in sets played against Sully Butte's this season. However, I think the first key to success for both teams is forget about the 2 matches that have been played so far this season. The results of those obviously don't count. You're starting over, and it is just one best 3 out of 5 match with the winner again moving on, and it's just going to be the team that executes their game and is able to minimize mistakes, I think, that moves on in the postseason. So that's the first key to success for tonight. For Sully Butte's in the match that we were able to see on Tuesday night when they straight set at Highmore Herald, it's a team that is pretty good when they get their offense going. But the question is, can they get their offense going? They're going to have to get that system working. Good passes, especially on serve receive, set it up, and get a good pass up to the setter, get a good setup for the hitters, and the hitters are just going to have to be a little more on target tonight, perhaps, than what they were on Tuesday night. And, yes, there were hitting errors a little bit for Sully Butte's, but, again, against, we mentioned it on Tuesday night. As you move on into the postseason, the opponents get that much tougher, and your execution has to be that much more precise. That's certainly going to apply to a Sully Butte's team, who is the 2 seed, but having lost twice to Herreid Selby, still might be the underdog in this one. For the Wolverines, we haven't seen them yet this season, but we have seen them a lot over the years, especially in the postseason. They've got a capable lineup tonight and this season, and a lot of young ladies who were on that 5th place team from a year ago. This is a team that can really play well at the net. They've established pretty good block at the net, but what is it that has kept Herreid Selby maybe from having the winning percentage this season than that maybe they thought, or certainly I thought they would have coming into the season? Obviously 22-9, nothing to sneeze at, but they have had, like we mentioned, a few stumbles along the way. So you assume Herreid Selby area is just going to have to come in here and play their game and get into that rhythm. Like Sully Butte's, they're going to have to get into system as well, minimize the hitting mistakes. And the thing I've always liked about Herreid Selby is they've always been pretty tough in the back row. Sully Butte's is going to have a hard time getting the balls to hit the floor in trying to get it through that back row. And I think if Herreid Selby gets that good defense to get the good passes up, they'll get their hitters in the swing of things, pun intended. And that is what Herreid Selby, I think, their key to success will be tonight. Our keys to success brought to you by the Boyd Conzemius Agency in Pierre and American Family Insurance. Quick 60-second break. The starting lineups are coming up as we are getting closer to first serve in the Region 2B semifinal on KGFX.
Being a small farmer has never been tougher. Dan Wedmuller is a farmer and an American Family Insurance customer. So it's good that American Family Insurance covers just what I need, because our dream is to become a century farm, a farm that's been in our family 100 years, and pass this life on to the next generation.
American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact the Boyd Conzemius Agency, Inc. in Pierre and Phillip.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
The key to a successful hunt begins at Teton River Traders Gun Shop in Fort Pierre. They carry a large variety of reloading equipment, cleaning supplies, and firearms accessories. They also sell and deliver Liberty gun safes. See Teton River Traders Gun Shop for all your gunsmithing needs, including custom-built firearms. Stop in today. Teton River Traders Gun Shop, located west of Highway 1434 in Fort Pierre.
Back in Oneida as our pregame continues, and you just heard from Teton River Traders Gun Shop in Fort Pierre. They sponsor the naming of tonight's starting lineups. We'll go with the visiting starters here. Actually, let's go with Sully Buttes and their starters tonight. First off, a couple of setters, and Brooklyn Bradford, the 5'6" senior, along with Taylon Bradford, the 5'2" freshman. Couple of quick ones as well. Might see Brooklyn getting some swings up at the net as well. Callie Murphy is a defensive specialist, a 5'4" senior playing in the back row. The hitters will have to play well tonight. Angela Guthmiller, a 5'9" junior. Lauren Whitler hitting on the outside, the senior at 5'8", and also Kendra Clevin, the 5'8" junior, will hit from the middle. Bradford and Bradford with Clevin, Murphy, Guthmiller, and Whitler. The starters for Sully Buttes: Carissa Osterkamp is a 5'6" sophomore, Kylie McGee, a 5'2" junior defensive specialist, and also Jill Hofer, a 5'8" sophomore, will get in there at times as well for the Sully Buttes Lady Chargers. 19-8 on the season, the number 2 seed in the Region 2B. Their head coach is Tracy Scott. She is assisted by Brielle Boley. Their opponent tonight, the Herreid Selby area Lady Wolverines, who come in 22-9 on the season. And I actually do not have the starting lineups for Herreid Selby, so we're going to try to get those to you in just a little bit. I do know some of these names, though. Cassie Anderson is a senior setter at 5'3", and will be doing a lot of running around, setting it up for the hitters, who include Madeline Schumacher, a 5'10" senior. Also, looking at some of these other names, Nicole Oshner, a 5'4" senior, and Riley Rosso might be one to watch, a 6'3" sophomore up in the middle as well. Hillary, we'll get the official starters a little bit later on. Jody Schmidt, the head coach, Gary Wisemantel, and Adrian Dupper, the assistant coaches for Herreid Selby. Starting lineups from Teton River Traders Gun Shop in Fort Pierre. We'll give you game officials, and we serve it up when we come back after a 2-minute timeout. This is the Region 2B on KGFX.
The Corner in Oneida is a proud supporter of Sully Buttes athletics and youth activities. Stop by the Corner on your way out to support the Chargers for all of your C-store needs. Fuel, hot stuffed pizza, roaster chicken, and daily lunch specials. Plus snacks, beverages, and everybody's favorite, warm cookies. The crew at the Corner is proud of the hard work and determination our kids show in all of their school activities and wish them good luck in today's performance. From the Corner in Oneida.
With convenient mobile text banking from Sunrise Bank, it's easier than ever to manage your money right where you are. Using just your message feature on your mobile phone, you can quickly check your account balances and review your transaction history. See how easy it is to keep up with your finances on the go. Sunrise Bank Dakota is a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes athletics and activities, and wish the Chargers good luck in today's competition. Sunrise Bank Dakota in Oneida, member FDIC.
Need help in your grain risk management? How about getting better prices than the local grain prices? Look no farther than Fearless Grain Marketing.
Jeff, we'll be ready to take it after this one.
Today at 605-295-3100.
All right, no problem.
Fearless Grain Marketing, helping producers make sales that make sense while buying fear and selling greed. Fearless Grain Marketing, helping farmers connect directly with end users to make better, higher price sales with offices at 2000 South 4th Street in Oneida and Brown Commodities in Gettysburg.
Back in Oneida as the national anthem having been played very well from the Sully Buttes Pep Band. And all that's left is to play a little volleyball here tonight. But we've got a couple of orders of business yet in our pregame show to give to you. First off, the naming of today's game officials. Our game officials are the law on the court, and they're sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, specifically their Consumer Protection Division. And our law on the court tonight is at the net, Nicole Bowman and Todd Sandel. And in the corners, the line judges will be Lisa Webb and Brian Zahn, assigned to Region 2B from the South Dakota High School Activities Association. Again, our law on the court, Nicole Bowman, Todd Sandel, Lisa Webb, and Brian Zahn, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office. This is the Region 2B Volleyball Tournament, the semifinal round on 1060 AM and 107.1 FM. KGFX, Pierre, a member of the Dakota Radio Group. We are online at drgnews.com. And again, we've got the live stream up and running as well through our YouTube channel, KGFX 1060. Just a simple free subscription to that, and you can see the live stream as it happens. You can also view this game on demand once the match is over. First serve sponsored by Lynn's Dakota Mart stores in Pierre and Fort Pierce. Served up by Kendra Clevin across the way, and the first tap by Herreid Selby area was brought back. And then Lauren Whitler, going back to it, was able to punch it over. And Rachel Fiedler, a 5'8" sophomore, tried to get it back across, unable to do so. It turns out to be a kill for Lauren Whitler. And now we've got an ace from Clevin as Herreid Selby area mishandles the serve. Macy Masteller is a front row player for Herreid Selby. Here's a miss hit by Fiedler coming up on the right side. Libero for the Wolverines will be Annalisa Gehring. She is a 5' sophomore as well. Also out there, number 5, Cassie Anderson. We mentioned the setter. Here's another one, and a nice serve by Sully Buttes. Kendra Clevin with another ace, mishandled by Maddie Schumacher in the back row. 4-0 to start to the Chargers. And our first timeout has already been called by Herreid Selby area. We'll keep it here to kind of give an idea of more about keys to success, because Sully Buttes did serve very well. And I think another key to their success over Highmore Herald on Tuesday night was the quality of their serves. Very aggressive serving team. I think they had about 15 service aces the other night. In fact, they started with 3 of them in a 7-0 run. So tonight starting in much the same fashion as Tuesday night did. For Sully Buttes, they're hitting from left to right, and a quick timeout is done. We're already back at it. Chargers come out with a lob serve. It'll be played up, but free balled out by the Wolverines and Rachel Fiedler. Taylor Bradford will run down the pass. Sully Buttes doesn't get anything set up, though. Now the Wolverines have an opportunity. Fiedler palms it from the 10-foot line and gets it into the campfire on the Sully Buttes side. So Fiedler will score the first point of the night for Herreid Selby. And the Wolverines will get a service opportunity. Another defensive specialist in there for the Wolverines is 5'2" senior Autumn Vetter in the back row. Sully Buttes able to play it up. Kylie McGee into the back row off the bench with a nice pass, but nothing working for Sully Buttes. And a swing and a score for Maddie Schumacher up front for Herreid Selby. Gets them with their first service point of the evening. Sully Buttes scored the first 4. Wolverines have the next 2. Is a nice running jump serve. Talk about aggressive serving. Fiedler had a couple of struggles in the front line through that first rotation, but as she rotated to the back row, she's got some quicks in the serve as well. 3 in a row for Herreid Selby area. And again, for those watching on the YouTube version, we'll apologize that we aren't quick enough to pan back and forth right now. Here's another swinging point for Madeline Schumacher. Up front to Sully Buttes. Free ball to return, Herreid Selby area. Talk about a good timeout from Jody Schmidt. The Wolverines come right back out, and they've got 4 in a row, close to number 5 here, but a nice job scrambling by Lauren Whitler, among others, to get the ball away. Schumacher shoves it out of there. Bradford has a chance to set up outside. Whitler with a big swing, but too big, and it'll go long. So the Chargers had the first 4, but the Wolverines have the next 5, and they now lead 5-4. Their first lead of the night. Whitler plays up to serve from Fiedler this time. No system here for Sully Butte, so back bump it away on a free ball. Set up in the middle to Schumacher. McGee with a nice dig there. Nice pass to Taylor Bradford, but again, the set pass wasn't close enough to the net necessarily for Whitler. And a little tap across. First hit missed by Bradford, and now Sully Butte has to take their first timeout of the night. Their first of 2 allowed here in this first set. 6-4, Herreid Selby on a 6-0 run, and we are back in 30 seconds to the Region 2B on KGFX.
Shine, the state senior health insurance program, and the Office of Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection are fighting fraud and abuse in the healthcare system. If you have Medicare, you can help by guarding your Medicare number. Don't share it with anybody who contacts you by telephone, email, or in person. Medicare will never contact you for your Medicare number or other personal information. To report potential fraud, waste, or abuse, call Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986. That's 1-800-300-1986.
Back out of the timeout, and Sully Butte's still continuing to struggle a little bit in serve-receive here on the first legitimate service run as Madeline Schumacher comes out and continues to swing very well in the middle of that front line for Herreid Selby area. Schumacher gets another kill. She has 3 as Rachel Fiedler continues to serve. This one lobs. Nice play coming up to it from Callie Murphy. Got that pass to Brooklyn Bradford. They cleared it out, did Sully Butte. Now a little swing on the left side for Nicole Oshner. Didn't get anything off of that. Here's a good bounce for the Chargers off the net as the swinging kill goes to Lauren Whitler. Whitler will get her second kill, but again, Sully Butte with the first 4 of the night. The next 7 went to the Wolverines. Chargers have a rally point now, and they trail 5, serving 7. From the middle of the service line, left to right, Whitler serves it away. Good pass right up to the setter. Schumacher down the near side with a big swing, and McGee, her big attempt goes back to the scorer's table and out of bounds. Another kill for Madeline Schumacher. Could be one of the difference makers in this one tonight if things continue to go. Herreid Selby, who has come down Highway 83 with a pretty good contingency, sees Macy Masteller, the 5'4" senior, serving right to left, gets an ace on a lob, and now Brooklyn Bradford coming up to play the next lob, and overran that one a little bit. That's 2 aces in a row on soft ones here for Masteller. Here comes another lob. Bradford's got a better play this time. Taylor Bradford with a set pass, back row attack. Nice job by the Chargers to keep it alive after a great block from Maddie Schumacher, and now a free ball away and another missed play by the Chargers. A back row free ball bumped away by Autumn Vetter. Chargers just weren't ready for it. Some good play on both sides. Here's Taylor Bradford shoving that serve right back. Now getting back in the dig up to the ceiling. Nice job, Bailey Bradford, and then Lauren Whitler to clear it out. Here comes Schumacher again, but she'll bring the net down on her follow-through this time. So a hitting error this time for Herreid Selby. Their first of the night. Check it, their second. As a substitution, brings out Macy Masteller, and into the back row comes Miranda Zabel. She is a 5'3" senior. Served by the Chargers goes a little long as Brooklyn Bradford will miss on that one. Kendra Clevin checking out for Sully Butte. Chris Osterkamp is in. 5'6" sophomore for the first time. 12-6 Wolverines. Here's a back set. Nice swing outside, but kept alive by the Wolverines, and they'll clear it away. Chargers with another chance. Bradford setting up Angela Guthmiller in the middle. Guthmiller blocked, And then it came back to her. She tried to shove it right back to Madeline Schumacher, but misses it low and into the net. Guthmiller, who really came on strong on Tuesday night in the win over Highmore Herald, her first swing of the night was put right back into her own kitchen. Wolverines lead by 7, 13-6, and we've got a whistle and a net violation here on the Chargers. Soft hit over from the left side by Topanga Pierce, who is a 5'7 junior, in to play through the front row. And the serve is away from the Wolverines. Tough battle here, and Pierce is there. It's a block. Brooklyn Bradford didn't have much of a choice. She only could try to tap it over, but Pierce had the block, and she put it back where Bradford was unable to keep a control on it. And Herreid Selby continues their impressive run here through game number 1. The second timeout is called, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. 15-6, Herreid Selby leading Sully Buttes in game 1, the Region 2B on KGFX.
Welcome to Lynn's Dakota Mart. Check out their selection in the meat, produce, and deli department, as well as the rest of the store. The freshest and best quality in the area. Don't see what you need? Just ask. Their friendly staff is more than happy to help in any way possible. For any gathering, large or small, Lynn's Dakota Mart is there for you. Special orders and requests, too. Smart grocery shopping takes a little TLC. Lynn's Dakota Mart. Thrifty, local, and convenient.
Back in Oneida, having heard from Lynn's Dakota Mart, stores appear in Fort Pierre. They sponsor our first serve in the match, as first serve of each of the sets as well. And coming out of the timeout, the serving continues to be aggressive. Nicole Oshner, the 5'4 senior, has a service ace. 4 aces by Herreid Selby so far here in this first set, and Whitler does not get a good pass up. On the play up of the serve, she hit it right into the area of Madeline Schumacher, who hammers already her 5th kill of the night home. 17-6. Herreid Selby on a roll. Osterkamp comes to play this one up, and then Clevin in the back row just came in for Kylie McGee. Gave way to the setter, Brooklyn Bradford, but Brooklyn couldn't get there in time. Really a serve return error, but only one hit that turns into another ace this time for Nicole Oshner. Whitler's got the play up this time to Bradford. There's a swing for Carissa Osterkamp, but dug out of the back row. Topanga Pierce with a swing for Herreid Selby. Denied. Guthmiller will try through the block and down, and a much-needed point for Sully Buttes as Angela Guthmiller scores her first of the night. Herreid Selby area had a 7-0 run to counter a 4-0 start for Sully Buttes. Then they scored 4 points in their next service run. In this past one that just finished, they had another 7 in a row. So a streaky team showing their capabilities so far. Sully Buttes with a couple of swings. There's a back row attempt from Rachel Fiedler, but that one stays low and in the net. In the back row is Annalise Gehring, a 5-foot sophomore, the libero for Herreid Selby. Nice pass up, but the set pass was blocked back, tapped by Pierce, but Sully Buttes was there, now cleared away. Now another block, this time by Schumacher on the tap from Jill Hofer. Schumacher gets another swing in the middle, and it is good. This time out of the reach of Brooklyn Bradford. Schumacher with 6 kills to complete her first run through the front row. Now she's the server, right to left. Running jumper is misplayed by Clevin. So another ace here for Herreid Selby. 20-8, our updated score. Wolverines by a dozen. Schumacher will give one back. This one's into the net. Sully Buttes just playing a little ahead of themselves right now. They've got to be a little bit more patient in their serve return. And just like any other sport that you use a ball in, other than bowling, you got to keep your eye on the ball. And a few times they've just not been able to do that. Here's Callie Murphy back in off the bench to serve it away. Nice aggressive serve. Fiedler's up front and takes the swing and is out of the reach of Guthmiller, reaching for a dig in the back row. So Rachel Fiedler gets her second kill. And we move on. 21 serving 8. Right back to Herreid Selby area. Cassie Anderson, the setter, back to serve. Whitler takes a swing, and this one will work as Fiedler backpedaled, but kind of took that one away. Natalie Gill, a 5'3 senior, playing in the back row. Boy, Jody Schmidt getting her seniors in there and has been able to do that for much of the season. They've got a lot of them. Whitler with her third kill. 10 serving 21. Tough return of serve, but a nice job on that first hit by Gehring to keep it in play. Clavin takes the swing. That's a dig. Back to the net, but nothing doing here for Riley Rosso, the 6'3 sophomore who is in. That'll be a kill for Kendra Clavin. And a rare service point since the first service run for the Chargers. Bradford put it in play. Rosso clears it out. Guthmiller up to Taylor Bradford. Tapper by Clavin. Nice job coming in there to keep it off the floor by Fiedler. Free ball back. Chargers have a chance. Bradford out to Lauren Whitler. Down the line, dug back to the net, and Whitler is there to palm it back. Nice job. That was a great dig by Gehring for the time being, but right back on a line drive to the net, and Lauren Whitler able to hammer it home once again. 3 in a row now for the Chargers, but they still have a big hill to climb. Bradford comes up short, and Gehring put it back to the net. Rosso unable to make a play, and we'll have a substitution for the Chargers after an ace by Taylor Bradford. Couple of subs in and out. Rosso's checking out of the front line. Macy Masteller back in. Also out of the back row, I believe, came Natalie Gill. Fiedler plays the serve up. Schumacher still in the back row, has to pass it up front. Cleared by Masteller. Chargers get the free ball. An opportunity. Brooklyn Bradford takes the swing. Bailey was a couple of years ago. Here's Taylor Bradford now setting up outside Whitler, and this one is good. Topanga Pierce was there with a block, but it comes straight down. Whitler has 5 kills in the first set. And the Chargers have clawed back within 7 now, 14, serving 21. Bit of a rundown on the set assist, or the set attempt, as Whitler cannot keep her momentum out of the net. Key to success for both teams. We've seen on a couple of occasions the set passing has been good, but it obviously would still need to be better from what we've seen from both teams. And we bring that up because that was the issue on that point for Sully Buttes. There's a big swing for Brooklyn Bradford, but it's a little too long and too strong. Point to the Wolverines, who have 2 to go here in game number 1. 23-14 our score. Serving was Autumn Vetter. Here's a lift and a serve return mistake by the Lady Chargers. And just like that, that brings us up to game point here in set number 1. Vetter goes deep to Guthmiller. Nice high pass up to the center, Bradford, and there it is on the tip. A big swing for Whitler in the middle. And that is what you call getting in system. Good serve receive, a nice pass from Guthmiller, a good set pass by Bradford to the big hitter, Lauren Whitler, who hit her hardest one of the first set. 15 serving 24. A lot of game points to go here for the Wolverines. But the Chargers fighting to stay alive as much as they can. Here's Fiedler for the finish, and that is in to the back left corner, and Rachel Fiedler will bring to an end our first set of the Region 2B semifinal. On the Wagner Auto scoreboards, it is Herreid Selby 25 and Sully Buttes 15. Wagner Auto Company of Pierre, the one place to go, and we'll pause for 90 seconds in between sets, and we are back with game number 2 of the Region 2B on KGFX.
Virtually anything in your house or building that can run on electricity can run on propane. However, a propane-fueled home is less costly to operate than an electric home. Studies have shown that propane is cheaper, warmer, cleaner, safer, and more dependable than electric. Contact Stewart & Daughters in Oneida at 258-2647 today to learn more about the benefits of propane. Stewart & Daughters, a proud sponsor of high school sports and the Sully Buttes Chargers.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. And that's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Good luck, Chargers, from Milwaukee Grain Corporation in Oneida, your local independently owned and operated grain elevator. At home or in the field, find all the market information you need online at OahuGrainCorp.com. You can even get bid information by text. Oahu Grain, bringing the world's markets to local farmers with updates every day. For all your grain marketing needs, call Tim or Allen at Oahu Grain in Oneida today. 1-800-658-3654.
Welcome back to Sully Buttes High School. Brian Oaken with play-by-play. The Region 2B off and running the semifinal round. Faulkton and Ipswich playing each other in Faulkton. In the 1 versus 4 matchup here in the 2-3, it is the 3-seed Herreid Selby area with a 25-15 victory in the first set. Herreid Selby does have the experience, I think, edge in this one. They do have a couple of victories over Sully Buttes so far this season, but the lower power average is what has given Sully Buttes, or Herreid Selby, the 3-seed, that has forced them to come on the road here tonight. We did have one other match going on in the Dakota Radio Group, 94.5 KPLO, but the top overall seed Miller Lady Rustlers have made quick work of Mobridge Pollock in Region 6A. Miller with a straight set victory. Mobridge Pollock, best set score was 13. They went 8-10 and 13 in that one. Herreid Selby with a Linz Dakota Mart first serve in game number 2. They set it up to Schumacher once they got it back, and Madeline Schumacher, who had 6 kills in the first set, comes back with the 7th one, and now we've got a line violation underneath the net, a serve return error by the Chargers. Not much going right for Sully Buttes after they scored the first 4 points of the night. In that first set, Callie Murphy plays the serve up, run down by Taylon Bradford. Good hustle there. Free balled out, though. The Wolverines have an opportunity, but they'll return the favor. Here is Bradford with a chance to set up Whitler outside left, and that was tipped a couple of times, but Lauren Whitler too hot to handle this time. And Lauren, who also had 6 kills, as did Madeline Schumacher, has her 7th of the night. 6 in the first. 2-1, Wolverines. Set up outside, and there's an ace block here for Angela Guthmiller. Brooklyn Bradford in the area, too. Little defense by Sully Buttes, something that could help them try to turn the momentum in their favor. If they're going to try to get back into this one missing just a little bit. Schumacher missed. I think that's her first miss of the night. Hitting percentage for the Wolverines has been very good so far, but this one misses wide left, and the point to the Chargers, who have 3 in a row, and they'll make it 4 as Kendra Clevin, who started this match in serve, had a couple of aces in the first set, gets her first of the second, has 3 overall, and now 4-2. Sully Buttes in purple tonight. Herreid Selby area is mostly black and gold, with purple trim too. Another smash by Whitler, 5 in a row for the Chargers, as they lead 5-2 here in game 2. Winner of this one makes their way into the Sodak 16 with 1 more match to go. Top 2 teams in each region qualify for the final 16. Here comes Rosso with a swing, but that is blocked and dug out by Sully Buttes. Whitler's in the middle now and goes to the back row, and that one was tipped. That's all officials doing their job. The line judge didn't see the tip. He said it was out of bounds, but both net officials saw the tip, and it turns into a kill for Lauren Whitler, who continues to have the hot hand. And another ace here for Clevin, and now a timeout called by Jody Schmidt, as Sully Buttes has rolled off 7 in a row, and they lead the second set 7-2. So far in this one. We'll keep it here in the timeout and take a look at what else is going on. Talked about the top 2 teams in each region to qualify for the newly named Sodak 16. The winner of this match will. The winner of Faulkton and Ipswich will qualify out of Region 2. A couple of other things that are happening. We've seen that Chester has defeated their opponent in straight sets in Region 3B tonight, so they're into the round of the SODAC 16. We did have, I got a couple of other updates too. Coleman Egan is playing Ethan tonight in Region 5B. Coleman Egan, a lower seed. Ethan's a 2 seed and a very good record in that region, but Coleman Egan has one of the first 2 sets. Out of the timeout, though, Herreid Selby comes up with some pretty good offense. Schumacher swinging and scoring for the 8th time tonight. That'll end a 7-0 run by Sully Buttes. They had gone up 7-2. Now it'll be 3 serving 7. Wolverines left to right. Served away by Macy Masteller. Tap at the front. Bradford had it blocked right back. Chargers kept it in play. Bradford still battling at the net, but this time will not win the battle against Schumacher. Schumacher with a block that time. And the Chargers unable to play the next serve up. Or what happened? Chargers get the serve. A service error for Herreid Selby area instead. Masteller plays the Chargers serve up with an 8-4 score. Big swing for Schumacher. Dig is there, but Schumacher up front. Kylie McGee stood her ground, just couldn't get the good angle on the pass up front, and Schumacher waited for it and put it home in the front row. 8-5 Chargers in the game, the second set. Wolverines got the first one though. Bradford plays it up, free balled out by Jill Hofer. Up front for the Chargers. Schumacher again. Madeline Schumacher's been doing this for a long time. I think all the way back to her freshman year she was getting some swinging kills at the net for these Lady Wolverines. And, well, I would put her certainly in the upper echelon of players in Class B volleyball. Couple of issues returning serve for the Chargers, but they get it away. Schumacher's on the right side now, and McGee trying to dig, unable to do so. And you can just tell by the look on Kylie McGee's face that she's a little bit tentative right now, and she's not the only one staring down these digs, or these swings of Maddie Schumacher. And miscommunication on the serve return here. It'll be an ace for Herreid Selby. Nicole Oshner serving, her third ace of the night. And all of a sudden, what was a 7-2 score is now an 8-8 tie. Game number 2. Good pass by McGee this time up to the center. There's Guthmiller waiting to hammer it, but a nice low dig in the back row by Fiedler. Hofer will take a swing. Also going to Fiedler, who was able to stay up on her feet this time. Here's a swing, but long by Herreid Selby area. So Sully Buttes had some better passing in that sequence to help their cause. And they'll take the lead back at 9-8. Brooklyn Bradford to serve. Southpaw hits it across right to left. Played up out of the back row by Miranda Zabel back in there for the visiting team. Guthmiller takes a swing, but defended. McGee tries for the pancake, but couldn't quite reach it. They say that one is down. And that was one more in the middle for Schumacher, who had 6 in the first and already has 6 of the first 9 here in the second set. 12 kills overall. 9-9 Schumacher with a running jump serve. Well played by Osterkamp. Here comes Guthmiller on the right side, and she'll swing and score. Angela Guthmiller with a quiet night so far, just her second kill. As McGee will check out. And Osterkamp, or rather Clevin, is back in up front for the Lady Chargers. 10-9 our score. Serve played away. And the cross-court attempt by the Wolverines comes wide on the near side. Third hitting error for Herreid Selby in this second set. Guthmiller will serve it again, but that one a little bit too short. It does not reach and clear the net. Both teams serving well so far. That's just the second service error for Sully Buttes to match the Herreid Selby total as well. More scrambling on the return of serve. Clevin will clear with a two-hand tap. Big swing. Fiedler and the dig straight up to the ceiling. Guttmiller was there, but the lower ceiling in this small-town gym doing in the Charger effort that time. Fiedler's fourth killer, first of this second set. 11-11. Clevin pulls it back, blocks, came back over. It might have gone out of bounds with the Chargers. Played it up, and there's a back bump kill, rather. A little free ball, but a well-played one at that for Carissa Osterkamp. Annalise Gehring in the back row tried to run it down, but just didn't get there in time. Chargers maintain the lead at 11, or make it 12-11. Serve played up. Rosso takes the swing and will score. Out of the reach of Guthmiller this time, Riley Rosso, the 6'3 sophomore, with her first kill of the evening. Talked about how many players Herreid Selby area is able to shuffle in and out, and they've got pretty good revolving door. A lot of players capable of contributing in various facets of the game. Here's a swing from the back row. Whether that was, didn't see whether it was Osterkamp or maybe even Callie Murphy. But it turns into a kill, misplayed by Herreid Selby. 13-12. We've got a few ties that have been registered here in this second set. Much more competitive second game. Nice tap on the right side by the Wolverines. Fiedler in the area, also the setter Cassie Anderson. Rotation brings Rachel Fiedler to the service line, but she will come up short and into the net. So it goes back to Sully Buttes once again. It'll be 14 serving 13. Clevin back in off the bench to serve. Played up by the back row. Rosso with a good cross-court effort, but just missing wide to her left on our far sideline. Point to the Chargers and a rare 2-point lead through the middle stages of this second game. And now an ace by Clevin as there is miscommunication in the Herreid Selby back row. Wolverines need to take a timeout to set things straight with that. And we'll take it with them. A 30-second break. Chargers lead 16-13, trying to pull even in the match in the Region 2B semifinal on KGFX.
At Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemicals in Oneida, they know farmers don't all have the same game plan. That's why they give farmers options, from what brand of seed they want to use to what features they want on their grain trailer. Barber Chemicals also provides custom spraying for ag chemicals and fertilizers, finding the best solution for your fields. Team up with the best. Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemicals in Oneida, a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes Sports. Call 258-2708 or come see them under the big water tower south of Oneida.
Chargers continue to serve well out of the timeout. Another serve return miscue by Herreid Selby. Already 5 aces now for Kendra Clevin as the Chargers continue to serve well. A couple of other scores from one from the area. Phillip out in Region 7B has defeated New Underwood 25-20 in their first set. That match, one of two being played in Kadoka tonight. In Class A, Parker has a win over Wagner in Game 1, 25-21. Clevin finally serving one a little bit long, so the service goes back to Herreid Selby. On side out, Whitler swinging up front as the Chargers return the Wolverines serve. Blocked right back to him. Guthmiller now clears it away. Now the tapper to Whitler, who had the first hit, gets it right back from the setter, Phelan Bradford, and Whitler will hammer it home. Down the near side. Whitler rotating to serve. That's a quick one and done for the Wolverines. Right to left. Serve played up from Oshner. Schumacher will swing from the left side, but Whitler gets underneath it. Now Guthmiller palms one out. Anderson will set up the swinger, and this is Schumacher. Guthmiller there with a block, but it came straight down, and she was unable to keep it alive. So big opportunity here for Herreid Selby with their best hitter to get them maybe back in this one. They trail 15, serving 18. Chargers trying to maintain the lead, But I would say the sooner they get Schumacher out of that front line, the better. That means they've got to get some rotations going here. Bradford swings from the right side, misses into the net, a little bit low. Another point to the Wolverines in serve. Oshner gets it away this time, played up by Kylie McGee, back in the back row. Whitler clears it away from the back. And now it's Topanga Pierce taking a swing. There was a block. The ball comes down on the net and crawls over to the Sully Butte side. Chargers unable to make a play. And Topanga Pierce has her first kill of the night. Also has an ace block to her credit this evening. The Chargers able to play this serve up. Guthmiller blocked by Schumacher. Nice job by Guthmiller to get it back out to the other side. But nice pass by Cassie Anderson on the set, and Madeline Shoemaker delivers again. Schumacher, with 8 kills in this second set alone, already up to 14 in the match. And it's 18-18. 4 in a row scored by the Wolverines. There's a nice swing, and that was Guthmiller. Good swing, got the Wolverines running. Good hustle on the Herreid Selby side, but unable to get it back across. So the Chargers get the serve back after the Wolverines had tied it up at 18. Now 19 serving 18. Lobbed across in serve by Brooklyn Bradford. Schumacher with a big swing. Blocked back over. And the call is in on the far sideline. So the block is good for Angela Guthmiller. A little bit of confusion on the correct call there, but I think the correct call was made. Now Bradford puts some gas on the serve. Zabel, some trouble with it, but Herreid Selby able to clear it away. Guthmiller swings now to Fiedler with the dig. And tapped right back on the second hit, but then Bradford, who went low to get the ball up in the air. Carissa Osterkamp was there ready to make a play, but had to go around Bradford. And it's only one hit on the Sully Butte side. It turns into a kill. 19 serving 20, Wolverines still trailing by 1. Herreid Selby leads the match, 1-0. Nice job by a block, and here's a soft hit, but it'll work for Jill Hofer from the near side. Hofer's got her first kill. Big point here for Sully Butte. I think it's very important for the Chargers to try to preserve this set in their chances to advance with a win tonight. If that is going to happen, I think they definitely have to have this set. Free ball back. Wolverines will have a chance to set it up. Anderson out to Fiedler through the block, and that'll score for Rachel Fiedler. Fiedler with 7 on the night, 21-20. As we inch closer to the 25 magic number. Rosso checking in up front. At the net, in for Zabel. Chargers will play the serve up. Nice set. Nice high one at that for Kendra Clevin by Brooklyn Bradford. Clevin swings. And the set dig attempt by Gehring. Had the hands open a little with too much separation. So it is a kill for Clevin. And the serve back to Sully Butte with a 2-point lead. Callie Murphy with a nice one in play. Chargers get it back. Bradford up in the air. Sets it across. Now Fiedler with another big swing. Murphy stands her ground. Bradford runs it down to the scorer's table. Sully Butte gets it out again. Here comes Fiedler again, though. Well, the swingers will just keep on swinging. Hitters will keep on hitting. In this case, Rachel Fiedler scores her 5th kill of the set. And it's 22-21. Trading side outs. Serving this time is Autumn Vetter. Left to right, gets it away. Here comes Whitler with a chance on the left side. And the Wolverines keep it alive. Nice job defensively, but back to the Chargers it goes. Back set, outside right. Osterkamp can only tap it over. Fiedler will try from the middle. Through the block, Guthmiller has it down low in the back row. And then cleared out by Bradford, but given right back, and the Chargers with another opportunity. Whitler runs up to it, crosses it, cross court rather. Now the tap, and that'll be a lift on the Chargers. Nice job by Fiedler. Looked like she mistimed the jump at first, but just got enough of it to tap it across the net. 22-22, we've got a good one here. Game number 2. Vetter serves left to right. Guthmiller. Tough pass up, and there was a tip. Whitler did everything she could, but Rosso is there to deny. And Herreid Selby led 2-0 in this first set, the second set, but this is their first lead since. And they lead 23-22 with a timeout on the floor. Back in 30 seconds to finish off Game 2 in the Region 2B semifinal on KGFX.
The Corner in Oneida is a proud supporter of Sully Buttes Athletics and youth activities. Stop by the Corner on your way out to support the Chargers for all of your C-store needs. Fuel, hot stuffed pizza, roaster chicken, and daily lunch specials. Plus snacks, beverages, and everybody's favorite, warm cookies. The crew at the Corner is proud of the hard work and determination our kids show in all of their school activities and wish them good luck in today's performance. From the Corner in Oneida.
Out of the timeout, Herreid Selby has taken the 23-22 lead, looking to steal Game 2, but Lauren Whitler has other ideas out of the timeout. Whitler on the near left side, through the block, out of bounds. We've got a 23-23 tie. Herreid Selby won the first game rather easily, 25-15. The Chargers have definitely got some better play in this second set. Taylon Bradford's serve came up short. It's actually a serve return error here. Second hit into the net. Suddenly the Chargers have game point, 24-23. Looking to pull even. Rosso will try to swing. She will score. Well, it's 6-3. Full extension on the arms. Rosso gets it up there and is able to get a sharp angle down. So the Chargers had a game point, but it's fought off. Now 25 isn't going to be enough. You got to win by 2. It's 24-24. Whitler comes right back. Nice job anticipating that one by Fiedler. Here's Schumacher, but missing long. And the advantage goes back to Sully Buttes. 25-24, another game point to the Chargers, and they get a service ace by the young lady who has been the best server of the night, Kendra Clevin. And on the Wagner Auto scoreboard, it's the Chargers pulling even as they defeat Herreid Selby area 26-24 in Game 2. First set victory for Sully Buttes over Herreid Selby in the 7 that they have played so far this season. That's why we said wipe the slate clean when you're in the postseason and just start all over. That's what the Chargers did in that one. Wagner Auto up here, by the way. They one place to go with the scoreboard. Let's take a 60-second timeout, and we're at halftime of our two down with more to come. And halftime breaks brought to you by CHS Midwest Cooperatives. You're listening to the Region 2B semifinal on KGFX.
When it comes to protecting your diesel engines, we're with you. Less downtime and injector repairs, we're with you. Better fuel economy and power, we're with you there too, with Cenex Fuels from CHS Midwest Cooperative. And whether you're running a fleet or a farm, you'll get unbeatable performance from our unique balance of 7 top quality additives. Looking for tank monitoring so you don't have to worry about running out? Well, we're with you there too. So upgrade to Cenex Premium Diesel from CHS Midwest Cooperative today.
With convenient mobile text banking from Sunrise Bank, it's easier than ever to manage your money right where you are. Using just your message feature on your mobile phone, you can quickly check your account balances and review your transaction history. See how easy it is to keep up with your finances on the go. Sunrise Bank Dakota is a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes Athletics and Activities and wish the Chargers good luck in today's competition. Sunrise Bank Dakota in Oneida, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Oneida as Sully Buttes comes back and matches or pulls even in this match. They dropped the first one 25-15. They get the second one 26-24, defeating Herreid Selby area. Chargers were able to fight off everything Herreid Selby had in that second set. And the Chargers were just, we had a lot of ties in that set, but Herreid Selby, who had the first 2 points of that game, saw the Chargers roll off 7 in a row, and we'll still maintain the lead. And again, Herreid Selby would pull even, but we would trade side outs. Sully Buttes would maintain either a tie or the lead from 8-8 to 9-9, 11s, 12s, 13s. And Sully Buttes opened it up, had a 4-point lead at 18-18. Only to see the Wolverines come back. Wolverines finally took the lead at 23-22, but the Chargers were able to get the advantage the rest of the way. And so we'll go to game number 3. And again, the winner moving on. They'll play on Tuesday night in the Sodax 16. One thing we haven't talked about yet is the potential seedings. I tell you what, if all of the top 2 teams in each region were to move on after tonight, the Sodax 16 would see actually the winner of this game. They're very close in power averages, both Sully Buttes and Herreid Selby. Very close. Here's a block by Brooklyn Bradford that comes back, and we begin game 3 with a point to the Chargers defensively. But either Sully Buttes or Herreid Selby would be the 15 seed in the final 16, which really isn't a good matchup. They probably have to go to Warner if that's the case. So either of these teams could really use an upset somewhere along the way, somewhere else in South Dakota. Rotation violation called in that last point for Herreid Selby. Chargers have a 2-0 start. Game number 3. See if they keep that momentum going. Whitler swings, but Schumacher is there. So too was Macy Masteller for the Wolverines. And they'll score their first point of this third game. Masteller back to serve. First service for the Wolverines in game 3. Whitler goes on a sharp angle across the way. Kept alive by Herreid Selby. Good hustle. Chance for Taylon Bradford to set up Brooklyn, and that will work. Brooklyn Bradford's first kill of the night. She's got 2 points here in this third set, though, with an ace block to start things off as well. So the Chargers are back in serve. Lauren Whitler to do the honors from left to right. Miranda's able in to play the back row, able to play it up. Had a good pass, but the set pass kept Schumacher away from the net. Relaxed a little bit and hit it into the net. Here comes a lob by Whitler. That was a heck of a serve by Whitler. Free balled out. Now a chance for Jill Hofer to take a swing. Blocked back to it. Whitler saw it coming, though, and she was able to keep it in play. Bradford swings in the near left side, or near right side once again, and will swing and score. And an early timeout here for the Wolverines, who trail 5-1. We're in set number 3. Another 30-second timeout. We're back with more from Region 2B semifinal round on KGFX.
Need help in your grain risk management? How about getting better prices than the local grain prices? Look no farther than Fearless Grain Marketing. Contact Jeremy Frost today at 605-295-3100. Fearless Grain Marketing. Helping producers make sales that make sense while buying fear and selling greed. Fearless Grain Marketing. Helping farmers connect directly with end users to make better, higher price sales with offices at 2000 South 4th Street in Oneida and Brown Commodities in Gettysburg.
Timeout. More good serving by the Chargers as Whitler serves one away that the Wolverines struggle with. It went up to the ceiling, comes back down, but unable to keep it in play. Chargers lead 6-1, but Herreid Selby, after making a substitution, is able to get it up to Madeline Schumacher for another swinging kill. That's 15 on the night for Schumacher. As players continue to run in and out, it is Natalie Gill out, Topanga Pierce in for Herreid Selby up in the front row. Here comes Guthmiller battling with Schumacher at the net, and Schumacher wins that one. Third block for Maddie. 6-1 has now become 6-3. Wolverines serving it away. Nice pass up here from McGee. Back set to Bradford, but Brooklyn will miss this one short. One thing that helped the Sully Buttes cause in that second set, only 2 hitting errors along the way. Their best number this week that we've seen. Here's a tough back row attack by Lauren Whitler. Dug in the back row. Brenna Helm is a 5'2 sophomore who has recently checked into this game. She tried the dig, but couldn't keep it in play. Whitler gets one from the back row. She's got a dozen kills tonight. Side out back to Sully Buttes with a 7-4 lead. Pierce clears out. Bradford with a chance to set up. Jill Hofer left side. Just a tapper though. Pierce will take a swing. First block, a good one by Guthmiller. Shoved away from Brooklyn Bradford. Free ball back by the Wolverines. Now it's McGee to Brooklyn. To Guthmiller in the middle. Score for Sully Buttes. System shows up again here for the Chargers. Guthmiller's, again, just still a quiet night, but if she starts getting heated up, and again, the way that Lauren Whitler has been swinging, Sully Buttes could have an advantage, but still, no matter what happens, Herreid Selby still has Madeline Schumacher, who swings and scores from the right side again. Schumacher, a good one. She'll rotate to serve. That'll bring Rachel Fiedler as the featured hitter up front for the Wolverines. Second hit off the return of serve is back. Nothing from the Wolverines, though. They'll clear it back themselves. Osterkamp takes the swing, and Fiedler and Pierce in the way of that one, blocking defensively. In the ace block here for Rachel Fiedler. There's been a lot of that. 6 blocks, actually, I've got for Herreid Selby. Here's Schumacher serving long. A rare service error in this match. 9-6 Chargers lead. We're in the third. Both teams have a set so far. A few teams we know have already qualified for the Sodac 16. We'll tell you who they are in just a bit. Fiedler comes down the left side. Bump, set, spike. Nice job returning the serve here by Herreid Selby area. Fiedler will score her 10th kill of the night. Northwestern has won their match. They're the number 1 ranked team in the state, top overall seed. Also Chester, the 3rd overall seed. And Burke, out of Region 6B, has moved on to Tuesday. Here's a tap by Clevin. Little reach out opportunity for Herreid Selby, but they'll hit it back over and out of bounds. Kendra gets the point. Chargers still have a 3-point lead. 10 serving 7, Callie Murphy, who has served well tonight. Hits it into the direction of Annalise Gehring. Cleared out by Herreid Selby. Here comes Whitler. Big swing that would have been long. Gehring lays out, makes a heck of a dig anyway. Wolverines get it away. Second hit is over from Brooklyn Bradford. Now the Wolverines have an opportunity. Fiedler goes left hand and hits a sharp one. Nice play by Bradford here at the ladder to keep it in play. Back to Herreid Selby. Pierce swings from the middle. Sully Buttes is into the net. Good try on the block by Guthmiller, but Whitler, she reached too far. Brought the net down. It was an easy call. What an effort by Rachel Fiedler, who had to go to her left hand. She swung well with the right hand, but went left side and was able to get one across. Net violation gave Herreid Selby the point. Now Fiedler tries to tap with that left hand and is unable to get it away. Stays in the net. It's 11-8. Sully Buttes with the lead. Trading side outs in the last 6 points or so scored. Riley Rosso going to check back in up front for Macy Masteller, who rotates out. Also in the back row is Natalie Gill. Bit of a misplay on the serve. It'll be an ace for the Chargers and Taylon Bradford. Nicole Oshner hit that one wayward. Bradford didn't get enough on this one, though. And that one doesn't clear the net. Updated score 12-9, or 9 serving 12. The match is tied at a set apiece. Whitler will play the Fiedler serve up. Clevin takes the swing. The block is there, and it's a good one for Schumacher. Swing came from the right side of the Sully Buttes front line. The ricochet of the block went back to the Sully Buttes left side. They didn't really have anybody there to keep it alive. 12-10 in the third. Whitler clears the serve back away. Now Guthmiller with a low first touch. Here's Whitler again. That one ricochets in our direction. Nice hustle once again. Good effort by Herreid Selby, but Whitler just a little too strong on this one. And the Chargers will score another. Side out. Here's an ace. Guess who? Kendra Clevin continues to shine in serve. Rosso will check out. Macy Masteller is back in. 14-10, Sully Buttes. Played up by the back row. Here's a lob hit, and this one misses by an inch or two. Just barely. Oshner unable to keep it in play. And now Natalie Gill unable to play the serve. Timeout coming from Herreid Selby. The Chargers continue, and especially Kendra Clevin continuing to serve bullets. We'll see if that continues after this 30-second break. It's 16-10, Sully Buttes looking to go up 2-1 if that continues here on KGFX.
Need help in your grain risk management? How about getting better prices than the local grain prices? Look no farther than Fearless Grain Marketing. Contact Jeremy Frost today at 605-295-3100. Fearless Grain Marketing, helping producers make sales that make sense while buying fear and selling greed. Fearless Grain Marketing, helping farmers connect directly with end users to make better, higher price sales with offices at 2000 South 4th Street in Oneida and Brown Commodities in Gettysburg.
Back in Oneida, Herreid Selby area has had their ups and downs at times this season, and right now the one thing they're struggling most with is their serve receive, especially when it seems that Kendra Clevin is the one serving. Some good play at the net as we get back to it. Palmed out by Whitler, back to the Wolverines. Try for Schumacher. Bradford with a little dig in the back row. Cleared out again, but now back to Sully Buttes. It's Bradford to Bradford. Brooklyn with the set. Out to Lauren Whitler. Left side, but Fiedler digs it away. And we'll clear it out. Back to the Chargers. In the middle is Guthmiller. Good. Angela Guthmiller through the back, through a couple of players in the back row. And it is 17-10. This is a 5-0 run for Sully Buttes. Opening up one of their bigger leads of the night. Schumacher with the comeback, and that is good for the Wolverines. Madeline Schumacher unofficially with 17 kills to lead all scorers tonight. And the Wolverines probably needed that one. Masteller's back to serve. She's got a good running head start on this one, but she still pulls the string, and the lob is down in the campfire out of the reach of Callie Murphy. Nice serve and the ace for Macy Masteller, who has her third of the night in serve. She'll lob it again. Front row has to play this one for Sully Buttes. McGee is there to get the second hit back up front. Free balled out. Now Schumacher with a chance and swings and scores. Madeline Schumacher continues to be the driving force of Herreid Selby's success, but they still trail 17-13 here in the third. Whitler's coming back, and was there a touch? The officials say no touch, and I think they got it right. I think that one did not clear the net by Lauren Whitler. Well, either way, they had the block, and it was down on the Sully Buttes side anyway. So Whitler shoves one out. Schumacher comes back, wide on the cross court, and no tip by Sully Buttes. It'll be a Charger point, 18-14. They'll take side out right back. A set apiece. Herreid Selby got the first one, 25-15, but Sully Buttes in the second, 26-24. Tappers over, back to Sully Buttes, but they'll shove one out. Free ball back to Herreid Selby. Here's Cassie Anderson, Maddie Schumacher, and this one did not clear the net, as that one stayed in the top. And another point to the Chargers. Whitler, big hit this time, too strong in serve. Her first service error. Chargers have 5 service errors so far. Herreid Selby with just 4. Good serving percentages. We saw that on Tuesday night from both teams that evening as well. Sully Buttes and Highmore Herald. Chargers returning serve, bump, set, spike. Guthmiller dug back to her, and then she hits it back, and a couple of bounces on the net. Fortunate to have that one go back to the Herreid Selby side, but they give it back again. Guthmiller still swinging, but dug out by Fiedler in the back row. Now Guthmiller with the block on the Maddie Schumacher swing, and it is back over the top of everybody on the Herreid Selby side. Still fair. Guthmiller with the ace block. And it's 20-15 Chargers. Serving is Bradford. Masteller makes a tough play on it, but they get it out softly. Now Guthmiller swings again. Fiedler has the dig. Good pass to the setter, Anderson, and a good tap here by Schumacher is over and down. Big side out for Herreid Selby, trailing 16-20. Schumacher's out of the front row, rotates to the back now. Maybe an advantage for Sully Buttes. Carissa Osterkamp plays it up, and here's a double bouncer on the net. From the right side all the way over to the left. It'll be a point for Guthmiller as it crawled over and found its way down. Wolverine's a little snake bitten on some of these bounces, but Guthmiller will take it. She's back to serve. Good high pass. Fiedler off the 10-foot line has to punch it out. Here's Clevin coming in the middle. Taps, good. Kendra Clevin with her second in the game, her 4th of the night. It's 22-16. The Chargers in control here in the third. Guthmiller again. Schumacher steps in front of the libero to make the play of the serve. It'll be cleared out by Cassie Anderson. Brooklyn Bradford has a chance for Carissa Osterkamp. Bradford keeps this one alive, but then crosses the center line. Nice job on the block up front by Topanga Pierce. And we'll give Topanga the ace block that time, side out back to the Wolverines. 17 serving 22. Anderson is the server. Played up by Guthmiller. Bradford to Clevin. Another tap, and Rosso tried to get that one punched back up into the air. And maybe hit it away from one of her teammates in the process. 23-17. Chargers with side out, back to them. Good hard line drive serve. Callie Murphy doesn't have an ace tonight, but she's served well enough. There's a block off the head, I think. Swing, score, Fiedler, and then Rachel Fiedler got the Lauren Whitler bounce on that one off the net, and it ricocheted. Found its way down on the Chargers side. 2 in the game for Fiedler. 11 in the match. 23-18 now. Chargers trying to get the finish and go up 2-1. Bradford bumps it out. Played up by Autumn Vetter. Now to the front row. Anderson with a tough angle. Does get it over. Now outside comes to Whitler, and that one hit too long. Lauren hit that one upward first. Didn't quite get on top of it and get the angle down. 4-point Charger lead. Vetter serving. Clevin with a good pass up. Bradford to Whitler. Taps it over. And the Chargers are one away from going up 2-1 here. They lead 24-19. And they will bring Taylon Bradford back to serve, as Carissa Osterkamp will take a chair. Left to right, Bradford down the near side. Played up by Oshner. They'll get it to Rosso, and Riley Rosso with the hammer keeps Herreid Selby area alive. 3 kills for the 6'3 sophomore. Chargers still have 3 more game points to play with here. Fiedler serves. Whitler tapped, and somebody brought the net down. It's a late whistle, but a correct call here from Todd Sandel. And the net violation is on Schumacher, and Sully Buttes will take game number 3 on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. It's the Chargers 25 and Herreid Selby area 20. Match score of 2-1. Chargers have taken the lead. And we'll take a 90-second break, and we're back for game number 4 here in the Region 2B semifinal on 1060 KGFX.
Virtually anything in your house or building that can run on electricity can run on propane. However, a propane-fueled home is less costly to operate than an electric home. Studies have shown that propane is cheaper, warmer, cleaner, safer, and more dependable than electric. Contact Stewart & Daughters in Oneida at 258-2647 today to learn more about the benefits of propane. Stewart & Daughters, a proud sponsor of high school sports and the Sully Buttes Chargers.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. And that's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Good luck, Chargers, for Milwaukee Grain Corporation in Oneida, your local independently owned and operated grain elevator. At home or in the field, find all the market information you need online at OahuGrainCorp.com. You can even get bid information by text. Oahu Grain, bringing the world's markets to local farmers with updates every day. For all your grain marketing needs, call Tim or Allen at Oahu Grain in Oneida today. 1-800-658-3654.
Now we're back in Oneida. We continue, and Sully Buttes continues to play, well, the way that they're used to playing. That first game, they did not have things going their way. Herreid Selby got off to a hot start after, in their first service run, and they won that first game quite easily, but the Chargers got their feet underneath them. They took game 2, 26-24. They've taken game 3, 25-20. And all in all, I think the difference in this game, first of all, is Sully Buttes is serving for the most part, but also the serve-receive has to be better if Herreid Selby wants to come from behind now and move on at the end of this match. And again, a berth in the Sodax 16 is what is at stake. And the winner of this match, unless there are upsets in some South Dakota locations tonight, winner of this match probably draws their toughest assignment of the season, which would be the Warner Lady Monarchs. But that isn't until Tuesday. Obviously, both teams want to get through this one. But Herreid Selby area, I think in particular their back row, going to have to start playing a little bit better here. They'll have the first serve of game number 4. First serves in our sets are brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Mart Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre, and it's Rachel Fiedler bringing it for the black and gold from left to right. Played up by Callie Murphy to Taylon Bradford. Punched away by Lauren Whitler. Now a chance for the Wolverines, but they don't get anything set up. It's back to Sully Buttes. Back set out to Brooklyn Bradford. Good cross-court angle, but a dig is there by the Wolverines. Swing by Clevin. Blocked right back to her, and she'll put it home. And Herreid Selby's back row, in this case, cheating up to try to cover the block. But Clevin takes advantage. And she hits it back over the top of everybody. Had plenty of room to spare in front of that back end line. Bradford comes to Guthmiller this time. That one coming off the net. It's a bump pass this time to Schumacher. It's blocked by Guthmiller, and then into a lift by Macy Masteller. Guthmiller with her 4th ace block of the night. Here's another tough serve. Anderson makes a nice play to keep it alive. Guthmiller tiptoeing across around right past the net, and she taps that one home. First 3 to the Chargers here in game 4. Sully Buttes now as you try to win the best 3 out of 5 sets. Obviously, if they win this one, they'll be the team moving on. But Madeline Schumacher has her first swing and kill of game number 4. So Clevin out and Kylie McGee into the back row. 3-1 Sully Buttes here in the 4th. Whitler returns the serve as Bradford had to run it down. Talon with a nice hustle over to the scorer's table. Tapped out by Schumacher. Whitler, first touch, gets it back, swings down the near side, but a nice dig by Masteller in the back row. Free ball back. Sully Buttes will set it up. Here's Guthmiller. Stays calm on this one. Taps it away. Here's a swing off the net. Topanga Pierce might have gotten bailed out by Talon Bradford. Free ball back, and it's too long. Guthmiller got one to go a little bit too far on that one. And a point to the Wolverines in serve, and Masteller already ready to go again. Pass from Murphy is up to Bradford. Talon setting up. Angela Guthmiller out on the left side. Angela's been on that in that middle of the front line most of the night, if not all. I think that's the first time I've seen her try an angled attack. Whitler serves, and the lobs continue to be effective in serve for the Sully Buttes Lady Chargers. Whitler with an ace. 5-2. Now she'll bring the fastball. Played well by Fiedler up to the center. Schumacher swings. The block is there, but it's back over and out of bounds, and this will be kill number 21 on the night for Madeline Schumacher, the 5'10 senior for Herreid Selby. 3 serving 5. In comes Nicole Oshner, the 5'4 senior, to serve. Good line drive. Played up by Brooklyn Bradford. Shoved out Jill Hofer, who's in up front for Sully Buttes. Here's Rosso tapping and scoring for the Wolverines. 4 serving 5. Expected this one to be pretty competitive. Really, having seen Herreid Selby win 5 out of 5 sets in their first 2 matchups this season, though. Kind of thought they would be the favorite in this one, but Sully Buttes right now has been the team that's played the better match. Big block, but a big swing will win out here for Schumacher. The block is again back over and out of bounds. And we've got a 5-5 tie. 3 in a row scored by Herreid Selby, serving from left to right. Tough one here to return. Whitler does a nice job up to Bradford, cleared out by Guthmiller. Now Cassie Anderson will set up. Out on the left side, nothing for Schumacher, tapped, and Sully Buttes celebrated a little too soon. Anderson pancaked it to keep it off the floor. They can celebrate the point now, though, as Jill Hofer will swing and score through the block. Service run comes to an end at 3 in a row for Herreid Selby. Now a Charger lead at 6-5. Bradford ready to serve, but Talon Bradford is out, and Carissa Osterkamp in up front. Annalise Gehring, the libero, who was sporting the pink jersey, is into the front row. Guthmiller will block. Gehring was there to cover it up, but hit it back into the net. Another block for Angela Guthmiller, and another ace for the Chargers. This one for Brooklyn Bradford, her first of the night. Boy, Sully Buttes wins this game, this match. The Wolverines and their serve receive are going to be thinking about this one a while. Rosso gets a nice swing. Hammers one home after 3 in a row for Sully. It is back to Herreid Selby. 6 serving 8. Schumacher again retreats to the back row. Good serve, played well by Osterkamp. Up with it, tapped. Guthmiller had it blocked back to her. The Chargers able to keep it in play, and tough reflexes here. Tough break for Herreid Selby. That'll be a hitting error, but well played by the Chargers with reflex action on some quick bounces. 9-6. It's Guthmiller's turn to serve. Right side gets it away. Gehring will play it up. Now outside. Good swing, Fiedler, but Whitler is there for the dig. Hofer taps it across. Shoved away. Fiedler! And this one is just long. One official says it was in. One says it was out. The one that says it was out is on the side that says it was long. And Jody Schmidt wants an explanation. I think both officials called it the way that they saw it, and I think I saw it the same way. Brian Zahn on my left said that the ball was in, but he's looking down the sideline. Meanwhile, Lisa Webb to my right looking on the in line, and that ball was long. So the error is the point to the Chargers. Big swing for Fiedler coming back. Whitler got put on her backside, but battle at the net, and the Chargers will go too far. Carissa Osterkamp with a net violation. And the serve goes back to Herreid Selby. 7 serving 10. Cassie Anderson got it away. Here's Clevin with a good swing. Nice dig by Schumacher in the back row. Fiedler off the 10-foot line punches it away. Now it's Bradford setting up Clevin in the middle. And the reaching dig for Anderson, but they need a new setter now, and that was Schumacher, and then pushed away by either Fiedler or Russo, and the Chargers mishandle it. Service point for the Wolverines. Back within 2, it's 8 serving 10. Anderson puts the ball high up in the air. And a fisted serve. Osterkamp clears it away from about 12 feet back off the net. Left hand punch, nicely done by Fiedler again. More free balling. Now Rosso to Anderson behind her, looking for Macy Masteller with a rare swing tonight. Couldn't get one to go. Now Clevin is into the net. Third hitting error for the Chargers in this third game. 10-9, our updated score. Wolverines still serving, but still trailing by 1. We're in the fourth game. Clevin has to punch one away. Schumacher's up to Anderson. Now Fiedler at the net is good. Clevin and Osterkamp trying to block. And a little momentum starting to swing Herreid Selby's way for the time being, as they have scored 4 in a row. Anderson continues to serve. Clevin's got a good play up to Bradford. They're going to keep this one in the back row for Whitler, and Lauren is too low. Into the net. Chargers have both Guthmiller and Whitler starting in the back row for each of these serves. Brooklyn Bradford tapped one away. Rosso will punch it back. Osterkamp sees it coming. Here's Clevin tapping it back over the net. Masteller, good job keeping it off the floor. Whitler gets a nice dig to keep Fiedler in denial. Rosso will have a chance in the middle, and the block is good for the Chargers. Clevin with a huge sigh of relief. The Chargers running around a lot on that point, but Kendra will get the block this time. Herreid Selby had taken a brief lead at 11-10. Now we're tied 11-11. Murphy with another good line drive. Back to Fiedler, and the dig by Guthmiller up to the ceiling, and it hit a partition and came back the wrong way, so Fiedler gets the kill here. And it's 12-11. Back to the Wolverines to serve. Good serve across by Vetter. Back to the Wolverines, tapped out. Fiedler. Now Whitler takes the swing. The block is back over, but it's out of bounds on the near side. Lauren Whitler will score. First kill of the fourth set for Lauren. 12, serving 12. We're about halfway through. Chargers looking to finish the match. Herreid Selby trying to force a fifth game. Taylor Bradford serves it away right to left. Swing outside. Topanga Pierce is dug out by Callie Murphy. Now it's Whitler's turn, and another swing and a block back out of bounds to the near side. 16 kills for Lauren Whitler. Chargers with a service point. 13-12, they have the lead. They'll get an ace here from Bradford. And we'll have a substitution. On the Herreid Selby side, Vetter is out. Natalie Gill, the 5'3 senior, back in. And see if Bradford goes right to her. Actually, she'll go over the top of everybody. So, Chargers lead by 1, 14-13. Fiedler is back to serve, which puts Schumacher in the rotation back up front for Herreid Selby area. And Masteller will set her up in the middle, but the block is there. Whitler and Clevin with good presence. Another try, Schumacher back to the Wolverines. They'll set up outside to Pierce this time. Murphy stepped in front of Guthmiller to get the dig, but free ball back, and the dig this time by Gill to the net, and a little too tall for Cassie Anderson. She just could not get it over the net. 15-13, the Chargers with side out. Off the 10-foot line, angled back in by Schumacher. And now it's Guthmiller swinging and scoring, and the Wolverines completely on their back heels after that one was blocked. Angela Guthmiller swings and scores. Guthmiller was our player of the game with her offensive prowess the other night, but has had a quieter night here this evening. A lot of Chargers picking up the slack, though. Guthmiller denied. This is Schumacher, left side. 1-2, no third. And really no play by Sully Buttes here. We'll go ahead and give one again to Madeline Schumacher. Side out, back to Herreid Selby. Trailing 14, serving 16. Masteller serves it away, up to Whitler, who plays it up. She'll wait and shove it away. Now up to Schumacher goes Cassie Anderson, and Maddie Schumacher scores again. Schumacher definitely a wrecking crew. Oops, I think I gave the last one to Fiddler. Here's an ace now. And just like that, we're tied up again, 16-16. The ace is to Masteller. That's her fourth of the night. Murphy gets a good play up this time. Whitler with a big swing. 1-2. Nope, got it blocked and couldn't get it back over the net. So Schumacher defensively will score her fifth. And that's 4 in a row now for the Wolverines. Back in front, 17-16. Bradford swings from the middle this time. Ooh, and tough play here, but Whitler, I think, shoved it out. Taylon Bradford was trying to get a set. Schumacher is blocked. Back to Herreid Selby. Now McGee with a good call on that one. Bradford swings this time. That's Brooklyn. And it came down a little too far. Timeout will be called by Tracy Scott. And the Lady Chargers, I think just their first here in the fourth set. Herreid Selby building a little Uncle Mo on their side. It's 18-16 here in the fourth. We'll take a 30-second break, and we're back with more of the Region 2B semifinal on KGFX.
At Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemicals in Oneida, they know farmers don't all have the same game plan. That's why they give farmers options, from what brand of seed they want to use to what features they want on their grain trailer. Barber Chemicals also provides custom spraying for ag chemicals and fertilizers, finding the best solution for your fields. Team up with the best. Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemicals in Oneida, a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes Sports. Call 258-2708 or come see them under the big water tower south of Oneida.
Well, we're back in Oneida. The Sodak 16 is, from what we know, at least half full so far. Northwestern, Chester, Faith, who just has one loss on the year. Phillip, Ethan, Burt, Dubrook, and Bridgewater Emory are teams that have qualified so far. So far, no major upsets from what we can tell. In Class B, out of the timeout, Guthmiller is swinging for Sully Buttes and scoring, and that'll end a 5-point rally on the part of Herreid Selby. Chargers back within 1, 17-18, but Whitler with a low line drive that does not clear the net. It'll be up to the Chargers really to try to finish this match. Again, they are up 2-1 after Herreid Selby won the first match, or the first set of the night. 19-17, though, the Wolverines have the lead. Nicole Oshner's turn to serve. Played up by Brooklyn Bradford, and Chargers set up Jill Hofer, one of her stronger hits of the night, but dug out by Fiedler. Fiedler, a good back row player, despite being a little bit taller than most. Guthmiller still swinging strong, her 5th kill of this set. Talked earlier about Angela having a quiet night, but if she starts to get into the swing of things, then Chargers could definitely turn out to have the decided advantage here. Rosso, other ideas. That one gets by Kylie McGee and Riley Rosso. Still a strong presence. I remember last season Rosso had an injury in the middle of the year that kind of cost her the second half of the season, unfortunately. For a Herreid Selby team that performed extremely well in the state volleyball tournament. They were the consolation champions from last year. Here's Rosso reaching back and palming one away. And it finds its way down in the back middle. Riley Rosso with 5 kills in the game, 8 in the match, 21-18 now. Wolverines with the lead. McGee with a good play up this time to Bradford. Outside right is Guthmiller. Defended. Rosso punches out. Brooklyn Bradford setting. Angela Guthmiller swinging. Rosso is there, but they say this one does not clear the net. So a point to the Wolverines, and their lead is now 4. 22-18, looking to even the match at 2 sets apiece. And 4th, 5th, and deciding set. Osterkamp swings and scores from the near left side. Sully Buttes will get the side out. Kendra Clevin is back in up front. Guthmiller will serve now. From right to left, good liner. Masteller hits this one high up in the air. Down to Anderson, out to Fiedler, dug out by Guthmiller in the back row. Clevin will tap over Rosso, but it's sent right back to the Chargers. Out on the right side, Osterkamp is dug out again, this time by Masteller. And the third hit is over, but wide and out of bounds. A little free ball, but a misplay by the Wolverines. 22-20, the Wolverine lead cut in half. Guthmiller will continue to serve. Schumacher calls for it, passes it up, and a wide hit by Fiedler. It's out of bounds, and Jody Schmidt wants a quick timeout. A couple of hitting errors by Herreid Selby puts Sully Buttes back within 1. 21 serving 22 after a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Region 2B on KGFX.
The Corner in Oneida is a proud supporter of Sully Buttes Athletics and youth activities. Stop by the Corner on your way out to support the Chargers for all of your C-store needs. Fuel, hot stuffed pizza, roasted chicken, and daily lunch specials. Plus snacks, beverages, and everybody's favorite, warm cookies. The crew at the Corner is proud of the hard work and determination our kids show in all of their school activities and wish them good luck in today's performance. From the Corner in Oneida.
Well, it continues to get more and more interesting. Welcome back to Sully Buttes High School. The Chargers up 2-1, their first 2 sets in 3 matches that they have won against Herreid Selby area this season, but they've gotten them when they've counted the most, obviously, with the postseason and the end of somebody's season on the line here. But the Chargers still trail by 1, but a tapper by Jill Hofer sends Fiedler diving. And her dig is back up to the stands in front of us. That's a kill for Jill Hofer, which is her 3rd of the night. And we are tied with a 4-0 run by the Chargers. Guthmiller still in serve. Fiedler with a big swing. Guthmiller hits it up. It's off a light fixture. Bradford plays it well, but Hofer tries to two-hand it over. Riley Rosso is there to block it back home. So the rally is done, and Herreid Selby in the advantage here, 23 serving 22. On the return, Osterkamp took her eyes off of it, and a hitting error gives Herreid Selby Game point. They'll have to wait for a Sully Buttes timeout, though. 24 serving 22. Coming back off of this one. We'll keep it right here. And again, some of the teams that have punched their ticket into the SODAC 16 already are all, well, let's call them expected. Northwestern, Chester, Faith, who would be 1, 3, and 4. Warner will expect to win, and they would be the 2 seed. Kadoka and Falkton could be the 5 and the 6 if they win as expected. Phillip is in, and they would be the 7 seed. Ethan is in, despite giving up a game tonight. Arlington, I would expect to be the 9. Burke and Dubrook are in at 10 and 11. Could be Kimball Whitelake at 12. Bridgewater Emory is in at 13. Sully Buttes and Herreid Selby, whoever wins this one, could be the 15 seed of the final 16. Here's a big swing for Kendra Clevin. Much needed point for Sully Buttes. Fighting off a game point. They've got one more yet to fight off. Callie Murphy will come around to serve. 23 serving 24 here in the 4th. Fiedler plays it up to Cassie Anderson. Comes right back, swings, and scores, and we're going to 5. Rachel Fiedler with a big finish here, her 4th kill of the game, 15th of the match, and we've got a 5th and deciding race to 15 coming up after a 90-second break. It is Game 5, do or die, here in the Region 2B semifinal on KGFX.
With convenient mobile text banking from Sunrise Bank, it's easier than ever to manage your money right where you are. Using just your message feature on your mobile phone, you can quickly check your account balances and review your transaction history. See how easy it is to keep up with your finances on the go. Sunrise Bank Dakota is a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes Athletics and Activities and wish the Chargers good luck in today's competition. Sunrise Bank Dakota in Oneida, member FDIC.
Need help in your grain risk management? How about getting better prices than the local grain prices? Look no farther than Fearless Grain Marketing. Contact Jeremy Frost today at 605-295-3100. Fearless Grain Marketing, helping producers make sales that make sense while buying fear and selling greed. Fearless Grain Marketing, helping farmers connect directly with end users to make better, higher price sales with offices at 2000 South 4th Street in Oneida and Brown Commodities in Gettysburg.
Virtually anything in your house or building that can run on electricity can run on propane. However, a propane-fueled home is less costly to operate than an electric home. Studies have shown that propane is cheaper, warmer, cleaner, safer, and more dependable than electric. Contact Stewart & Daughters in Oneida at 258-2647 today to learn more about the benefits of propane. Stewart & Daughters, a proud sponsor of high school sports and the Sully Buttes Chargers.
Back in Oneida, 5 setters. Always a thriller here in the sport of volleyball if you can get a 5-setter, especially when somebody's season is going to come to an end. Again, now instead of going to 25, we race to 15. And you still have to win by 2. But again, the team that wins this one moves on into the SODAC 16. By the way, Falkton, the top seed in Region 2B, has swept Ipswich, so Falkton area is moving on into the SODAC 16, which will be on Tuesday night. And again, the winner of this one will be moving on as well. If it's Sully Buttes, you'll be able to hear coverage of the match here on KGFX. If it is Herreid Selby area, we'll see. Maybe we'll have something put together on KMLO 100.7 FM. We'll find out. We'll worry about that later. But meanwhile, while we have still a little time left before Game 5, we'll remind you, we haven't talked about it yet tonight, but it's another big night in Oneida tomorrow night. The Sully Buttes Charger football team, number 1 overall seed in Class 9B, looking for a return trip to the Dakota Dome. Tomorrow night, they host the Falkton area Trojans in a game that you'll hear right here on KGFX. Of course, we'll have the video stream up and running from Charger Field tomorrow night, too. 7 o'clock kick will be on the air by 6:35 tomorrow night. Hope you can join us for that. All the volleyball matches I've done this year, this is going to be the first 5-setter that we'll have. First serve from Lynn's Dakota Mart stores in Pier and Fort Pier will belong to Herreid Selby area. From right to left. Nice lob across by Rachel Fiedler. Misplayed by the Chargers. It's an ace for Fiedler. The thing about going to 15, obviously that makes a quick start that much more important. Fiedler with another good line drive and another ace as Whitler tried to cut in front. 2-0 start. Obviously still a long way to go, but Sully Buttes, if they've gotten tentative at all, they're going to have to get a better play here. Murphy, not with a good play, but a nice run down by Brooklyn Bradford. Whitler clears it out, and there's a miscommunication on the Herreid Selby side. So the Wolverines had every right to have that point, but they may have just given one away, and they'll settle for only 2 in the first service run of game number 5. Fiedler will play the serve from Kendra Clevin. Now Schumacher swings but misses, hitting the antenna. A couple of instances here where the Wolverines have had 2 players in the same place basically at the wrong time. Clevin, who has served extraordinarily tonight, serves it away. Second set is over. I don't think Cassie Anderson meant to. Whitler swings, and there was no, well, I thought it might not have been a tip, but they say there was. We play on. Clevin has it now, cleared out now by Guthmiller. Back to the Wolverines, from right to left. Schumacher up front. Nice block by Guthmiller. Taylor Bradford setting. Outside Brooklyn Bradford, and Natalie Gill close, but the back bump is over and out of bounds. It'll be a hitting error anyway. Natalie Gill actually had a pretty nice set dig, but she was a little concerned that she might have gotten a whistle after that dig. Chargers lead 3-2 here in the 5th. Shove out by Schumacher. Now Guthmiller has to stay on the floor. Palms it away. Fiedler up to Anderson. Now Topanga Pierce just off the net. And that is on the line. It's on the near side, and I'm going to agree with this one. Pierce off the net. Lisa Webb, with players in her way, did not get a good look at it. So it was up to the ladder official, who looked straight down on the floor to make the call. And again, I think that was the correct call. It looked to me like it did fall right on the line. But the comebacker is the tapper for Lauren Whitler. So Lauren scores her 17th of the night. We'll trade a few side outs for serving 3. Whitler's turn to serve, left to right. Sends one deep, and Masteller unable to make a play on it. It's an ace for Lauren Whitler. 3rd of the night for the senior, 5-3. And again, we're only going to 15 here in the 5th. Whitler goes differently, comes to the near side to Natalie Gill. Schumacher's up in the air, nice dig, Kylie McGee. Big one counted there. Hofer taps it. Now Schumacher is in on the second touch, had to get rid of it. Now Guthmiller stays on the floor again. Dig back over the net, over Guthmiller. Maybe fortunate for Sully Buttes there as Brooklyn Bradford gets the swing and the kill. 3rd of the night for Brooklyn, 6-3. The Chargers have scored 3 in a row, and a timeout called by Herreid Selby area. We'll take a quick 30. We're back with more of this exciting 5th and deciding match in the Region 2B semifinal on KGFX.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. That's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back in out of the timeout, Lauren Whitler continues in serve. And this one burns by Natalie Gill for another ace. How about another one? Gill coming up, couldn't get to it. Jody Schmidt will send her libero in. Annalise Gehring after back-to-back-to-back aces by Lauren Whitler. The Chargers lead 8-3. Played up this time by Miranda Zabel. Cleared out by the Wolverines. Bradford with a high setup to Guthmiller. Ranging over is Fiedler for the dig. Punched out by Topanga Pierce. Now it's Bradford setting up behind her. Talon to Brooklyn, who scores again. And another timeout taken by the Wolverines. Now 6 in a row scored by the Chargers, and they lead 9-3. Leading by 6, 6 to go. As it turns out, we'll keep it right here. A couple of other matches going on. Freeman has defeated Canastota 27-25 in the first set there. And as you look at what could happen, if Freeman should happen to win that match, that could be one where the winner of this one could get the benefit. And again, you're kind of looking at having to avoid either Northwestern or Warner in the next round. Whitler tries to go on a lob, but she'll come up just short. Those lobs have been so effective tonight in serve, but Whitler just didn't get enough on it. So a side out after 6 in a row from the Chargers. Sends it back to Herreid Selby area. But a good one going here. 5-setter. Nicole Oshner is in. She'll send one deep to Whitler. Nice pass up to Talon Bradford. Not much from Guthmiller, though. Chance for Schumacher, and this one is dug nicely by Whitler. Run down by Bradford. Cleared out by the Chargers. Cassie Anderson will try again to Riley Rosso. Dig is up in the air from Talon Bradford. Free ball, last touch by Hofer. Now another chance to Schumacher, and Whitler unable to handle this one. Madeline Schumacher with her 24th kill of the night, but her first in this 5th and deciding set. 9-5, Charger 4. Oshner will serve again. Crowd on the edge of their seats. Actually, a lot of them standing up. All of Herreid Selby's contingency is standing. Here's miscommunication. And a little bump by Brooklyn Bradford comes up roses. Brooklyn having quite a game here. Her third kill. You got that one across. The setter was in the area, but she wanted to wait for that second hit. Here's an ace for Brooklyn Bradford. Chargers getting closer and closer. They've got an 11-5 lead. Herreid Selby has already used both of their timeouts here in this third set. Macy Masteller is in the back row. The serve played up by Gehring. To Anderson, and a nice cross-court swing and a kill easily into the back row from Madeline Schumacher. 11-6, the updated score. 6 serving 11. Schumacher now in the back row, though. Osterkamp played the serve up. Guthmiller will shove it away. Masteller gets it to the setter. Anderson. Rosso misses. Wide on the near side. Not by much, but unfortunately by more than enough, and it'll be 12-6. Guthmiller serves for the Chargers, and this one just absolutely dies. The bottom fell out of that one in front of Macy Masteller. Guthmiller's first ace of the night, 13 serving 6. Another liner, but this one misses wide on the near side. Well, if the Chargers can finish this one off, even though they're the 2 seed and the home team, I would still call this a mild upset, as they were 0 for 5 in sets against the Wolverines in 2 matches this year. Clevin with a nice cross-court effort. Good dig from Fiedler. Back to the Chargers. Kendra will try another one. Rosso bailed out by Anderson. Back to Sully Buttes again. Osterkamp takes the swing. Blocked. Kept alive by Fiedler. Nice job. Rachel Fiedler back to it. Off the net. Back to the net. And she'll put it home. Dig by Guthmiller came right back to Rachel Fiedler. And Fiedler, who has to play big up front with Schumacher especially, confined to the back row. Makes a big play here. 8 serving 13. Wolverines trailing by 5, needing a big run here, and again, we're only going to 15. Rosso gets the first touch here on the free ball. Fiedler off the 10-foot line. Guthmiller dig. up to the ceiling, and then the second hit over from Bradford. Fiedler will try another one. It is wide. Was it touched? No, it was not. And Sully Buttes will get side out and match point. 14. It'll be 14 serving 8 off of the 5th hitting error of the game. Sully Buttes has not committed a hitting error in this 5th and deciding set. Herreid Selby has helped them with 5. It'll be Callie Murphy to serve it away. Played up by Schumacher to Anderson. Up front, Fiedler taps, and that's good. The toughest points in the game are the ones that Herreid Selby is trying to score with here. They fought one match point off, but they must have at least the next 5 points. They will send in Autumn Vetter to serve. Autumn shimmies across the net, and a fortunate bounce for the ace. That one had 0 room to spare. Vetter again. Goes longer this time. Guthmiller plays it up. Brooklyn Bradford outside. Whitler taps. Covered up by the Wolverines, but who's got the third? It's Mastella, free balled out. Bradford will send it out to Whitler again. Lauren for the kill. Not this time. Chargers want it bad. Dig back to the nets, and Osterkamp gets the point. Nope. Good call here. I thought they were going to give the point to Sully Buttes as Osterkamp got it over, but she was in the net. That'll be a net violation. 3 in a row now for Herreid Selby. It's still 11-14, another match point. Serve played by Clevin to Bradford. Whitler for the finish. It's good! And Sully Buttes will defeat Herreid Selby 3-2. The final score on the Wagner Auto scoreboard is the Chargers 15 and Herreid Selby area 11, as the Chargers will qualify for the Sodak 16, which will be on Tuesday night. We'll have a full recap coming up after a quick break here. We'll go to the postgame. Boy, what a match here. 5-setters are always classics, it seems, but this one did not disappoint. A great come-from-behind effort by Sully Buttes. As their season will continue, Herreid Selby's season comes to an end with a record of 23-10. We'll be back in, let's take 2 minutes and we'll talk about it as the postgame coming up. You're listening to the Region 2B semifinal on KGFX.
Good luck, Chargers, from Owyhee Grain Corporation in Oneida, your local independently owned and operated grain elevator. At home or in the field, find all the market information you need online at OwyheeGrainCorp.com. You can even get bid information by text. Owyhee Grain, bringing the world's markets to local farmers with updates every day. For all your grain marketing needs, call Tim or Allen at Owyhee Grain in Oneida today. 1-800-658-3654.
At Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemicals in Oneida, they know farmers don't all have the same game plan. That's why they give farmers options, from what brand of seed they want to use to what features they want on their grain trailer. Barber Chemicals also provides custom spraying for ag chemicals and fertilizers, finding the best solution for your fields. Team up with the best. Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemicals in Oneida, a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes Sports. Call 258-2708 or come see them under the big water tower south of Oneida.
The Corner in Oneida is a proud supporter of Sully Buttes Athletics and youth activities. Stop by the Corner on your way out to support the Chargers for all of your C-store needs. Fuel, hot stuffed pizza, roaster chicken, and daily lunch specials. Plus snacks, beverages, and everybody's favorite, warm cookies. The crew at the Corner is proud of the hard work and determination our kids show in all of their school activities and wish them good luck in today's performance. From the Corner in Oneida.
Virtually anything in your house or building that can run on electricity can run on propane. However, a propane-fueled home is less costly to operate than an electric home. Studies have shown that propane is cheaper, warmer, cleaner, safer, and more dependable than electric. Contact Stewart & Daughters in Oneida at 258-2647 today to learn more about the benefits of propane. Stewart & Daughters, a proud sponsor of high school sports and the Sully Buttes Chargers.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. That's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Now we're back in Oneida, and the home crowd is the ones who are have the biggest smiles on their faces tonight. Herreid Selby area, who defeated Sully Buttes in straight sets in the Yellowstone Trails Conference Tournament way back in the end of August, their first meeting, and then they beat them in straight sets just a couple of weeks ago. In the second to last match of the season was a perfect 5-for-5, but the Chargers seem to be playing better when it counts the most. And I'll tell you what, the way the first game was played, the Chargers scored the first 4 points of the night, but Herreid Selby in their first service run came back with 7 unanswered, and the Chargers were just so tentative. On their back heels, their serve return certainly was leaving a lot to be desired. But I tell you what, even after Herreid Selby won that first game 25-15, the Chargers made the adjustments that they had to make, and they were much more comfortable in returning the good serves of the Lady Wolverines in this one, especially in that second set. The Chargers had a 2-0 deficit, but they scored 7 in a row, never trailed in the second set until Herreid Selby, who never went away, obviously. They pulled in front 23-22, but the Chargers got a couple to get a game point. Herreid Selby with a side out, but the Chargers scored the last 2 of the second set to win it 26-24. And Sully Buttes kept that momentum going, getting out to an early 6-1 lead in the third game. And looking at it, I don't believe Herreid Selby had a single lead at all in that third game, and the Chargers won it fairly easily, 25-20. But Herreid Selby still not to be outdone. They had a come-from-behind effort in the fourth set and ended up winning it 25-23. And we went to a fifth and deciding game. The Wolverines got the first 2 points. Chargers came back with the next 3, and after a side out, tied it at 3-3. Sully Buttes started to put this one away with a 6-0 run, with Lauren Whitler getting 3 aces in that 6-point rally, and they went up 9-3, and really were never threatened again as they built a 6-point lead at 14-8. Herreid Selby battled hard and had 3 match points fought off, but Sully Buttes with the final say-so from Lauren Whitler, their leading scorer, the senior, down the far sideline for that 15th and final point as they win the fifth game, 15-11. So a disappointing end to a fine season for Herreid Selby, but for a team that won the consolation championship in the State B a year ago, and I thought they had a lot of people coming back. Obviously have a lot of seniors who played well throughout the year, but tonight it just happened to be Sully Buttes' night. And I think Herreid Selby, unfortunately for them, if this match is played in Selby or in Herreid, maybe they get the home court advantage. But they had a little slip up at the end of the season. Their last match against Ipswich, which they lost, I think might have been the one that put them back behind Sully Buttes. These two teams are very close in power rankings, but it was Sully Buttes who still had the better power average. That gave them the home game here tonight, and in the home advantage, so to speak, that carried them to a five-set win. In this one, a lot of scoring, so we'll get to it. 53-46 unofficially is my kills total, with Herreid Selby in the advantage, and they are led by Madeline Schumacher, a 5'10" senior who looked like one of the best players in the state, especially early on in this one. She'll finish with 25 kills in her final match. Rachel Fiedler played well tonight too, 17 kills, and she's got a couple of good years yet to come back to. Riley Rosso with 8 kills tonight, but it falls off from there. Topanga Pierce with 2, and Autumn Vetter with a spot kill as well. for Sully Buttes with 46 kills in the books. Lauren Whitler has 18 to lead the way. Angela Guthmiller was quiet at the start, but she'll finish with double digits in 10. Kendra Clevin comes up with 7. Brooklyn Bradford came up big, especially with 3 kills in that 5th set. She'll finish with 5 kills. 2 kills for Carissa Osterkamp. Actually, 3 kills for Jill Hofer off the bench, and Callie Murphy with 1 kill tonight as well. 46 for Sully Buttes total. Serving, I think, the biggest difference. Sully Buttes with 19 service aces compared to 12 for Herreid Selby. 12 is a pretty good number. Macy Masteller with 4, Nicole Oshner and Rachel Fiedler with 3 apiece. But Kendra Clevin with 8 kills, and she started this night off with a good serving run. Had 4 kills in the second set alone to help them maybe kind of take some momentum back in this game. She'll finish with 8 aces. Lauren Whitler with 5 as well. You get 3 from Taylor Bradford, 2 more from Brooklyn Bradford, 1 from Angela Guthmiller as well. Others with aces, I mentioned Autumn Vetter and also Madeline Schumacher with 1 apiece for Herreid Selby. Serving errors, not so bad. The Chargers with 9, Herreid Selby only with 4, and Herreid Selby was a little bit better at the net with a 10-7 advantage in the ace blocking, although Guthmiller had 5 for Sully Buttes. Brooklyn Bradford and Kendra Clevin 1 each. Maddie Schumacher had 5 for Herreid Selby. Pierce and Rosso with 2 apiece, and Rachel Fiedler with an ace block as well. But the hitting errors might have been a little bit of an equalizer. 26 hitting errors from Herreid Selby, only 20 for Sully Buttes, who I believe in 3 sets had more hitting errors in a victory over Highmore Herald the other night than they had in this 5-set match this evening. I think that's a big reason why Sully Buttes is the team that will be moving on to the Sodax 16 on Tuesday night. We've got a Bauman Lumber player of the game to talk about. We'll hear from Bauman Lumber. We'll come back and do the honors with that. Stay with us. We've still got more to come in our postgame on KGFX.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials at affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road in Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
Back in Oneida, time for your Bauman Lumber player of the game, and honorable mention certainly to Madeline Schumacher with her 25 kills for Herreid Selby area. Rachel Fiedler with 17 came up big. Macy Masteller had some good serving. Riley Rosso started to help the cause as well as this match went along too. But of course on the winning side, you're looking at Lauren Whitler with 18 kills, 5 aces, certainly worth mentioning. When we talk about players of the game, Angela Guthmiller got stronger as the match went along, 10 kills, 5 blocks, came up big. But to me, the difference in this match was the aggressive serving of the Sully Buttes Lady Chargers and serve-receive or lack thereof at times, unfortunately, for Herreid Selby area. And the epitome of the serve tonight for Herreid Selby came in the form of Kendra Clevin, the 5'8 junior who had 8 aces tonight to go along with her 7 kills. A very good all-around match for Kendra Clevin this evening. So she is our Bauman Lumber player of the game, and we'll get her a T-shirt noting her accomplishments and helping her team move on into the Sodax 16. Chances are the Chargers probably going to have to tangle with perennial power Warner, but unless there is an upset somewhere in front of the Chargers, but it looks like Sully Buttes right now would be the 15 seed. However, there was one match going on where Freeman won the first game over Canastota. That is a lower seed. Canastota is the 2 seed in Region 5B. If they happen to lose that one, then Sully Buttes could move up the ranks, maybe get to deal with Chester, which isn't much of a consolation prize when if you don't have to tangle with Warner, but that could be something that could help the Charger cause a little bit. So there's still plenty of volleyball to go, but we know that these teams are into the Sodax 16 in Class B. Northwestern, Chester, Faith, Faulkton, who swept Ipswich to also in Region 2 tonight. Phillip is in to the Sodak 16. Ethan, also Burke, Dubrook, Bridgewater Emery, and now Sully Buttes punching their ticket as they defeat Herreid Selby in 5. So whenever that happens to be, it will be Tuesday night. It'll be at a neutral site. Sully Buttes against perhaps Warner, perhaps Chester, perhaps even Faith. We'll find out if there's another upset or two in Class B somewhere in South Dakota this evening. But join us on Tuesday night for that as the Chargers try to keep their season alive. Charger football team, number 1 in Class 9B, is hosting Faulkton area. That'll be tomorrow night. That'll be right here on KGFX, drgnews.com, with a live stream from Charger Field going on our YouTube channel as well. This has been a good one, even though we can't cover the whole field on our YouTube camera view. You may want to view this one back on demand once it's fully uploaded to YouTube. Subscribe to the KGFX 1060 YouTube channel and see all of our live streams in playback on demand as well from YouTube. We thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks to Jeff Duncan for giving us all the scores and keeping us up and running back in studio tonight. One other score to pass along: Miller straight set at Mobridge Pollock on KPLO tonight. They're the top overall seed in Class A. And they'll have a Sodak 16 match to play on Tuesday night as well. So, Sully Buttes wins this one in 5. Our coverage of the Region 2B semifinal on KGFX has been made possible by Owyhee Grain Corporation, Barber Chemical and Barber Farm Service, by the Corner Convenience Store, Sunrise Bank Dakota, Fearless Grain Marketing, and Stewart & Daughters in Oneida, with announcements throughout from the South Dakota High School Activities Association. And our game is brought to you within the game by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who reminds you, don't veer for deer. Slow down, stay alert, especially at night, if you were driving to and from the games, or anytime. And buckle up, every trip, every time, from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. This game also brought to you by the Boyd Conzemius Agency, Teton River Traders Gun Shop, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Lynn's Dakota Mart, CHS Midwest Cooperatives, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto in Pierre, the one place to go. Your final Wagner Auto scoreboard: Sully Buttes over Herreid Selby in 5, 15-25, 26-24, 25-20, 23-25, and 15-11. The Chargers to play on Tuesday night. Join us for Charger football tomorrow night as well. You're listening to coverage of the high school postseason on 1060 KGFX and drgnews.com.